What are you doing? Planning to kill somebody?
No, nothing like that. I want to become a sub-inspector.
What? You? Do you even have what it takes?
Well, I can take on 2 or 3 guys, no problem. Look at my biceps.
Well, you know any martial arts?
No, but I know the difference between right and wrong. And that's all that's necessary. I'm there when I'm needed.
Okay, good to know. Look! What's going on there? I have to intervene! But buddy, you're not an SI yet! Don't screw it up! All good? Did you help?
Well, they told me I could stay for the review.
And then?
And then I have to go to jail.
What? Why?
You were right. I'm not an SI yet.
And you will never be one. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
Today we present to you the first movie that was directly picked for us by one of our Malayalam tier Patreon supporters. After 3 consecutive months, or if you want to give 3 months worth at once, you can choose a movie directly for us, and so did Anthony. He chose Sibi Malayil's 1989 action drama Kireedam, a definite classic of Malayalam cinema, and also the #1 best rated Malayalam movie on the IMDb.
We wanted to check it out for a long time, and I think I can speak for both of us that we are very happy that we finally did.
Absolutely, but before we really talk about the film, I have to address something that I find really troubling. It affects many movies and unfortunately also Indian cinema. That such a big, influential and beloved classic like Kireedam is only available in such poor quality. We watched it on Amazon Prime, and while the overall picture quality was okay, I'm also fairly certain that the aspect ratio, once again, wasn't the correct one. Quite often it seems as if some small parts of the intended framing were missing.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And like many times before, it was nearly impossible to find photos and film stills in a decent enough quality to use for this review. So we have to go with a YouTube version of the film in very poor quality if we want to highlight certain scenes. I guess most people don't really mind, but I do. Anyway, having said all that, the movie itself was pretty great.
I was into it from the opening credits, which were quite unusual and special. Not only the looks of it, but also with that 70s, 80s action synthesizer music. Great.
Yes, but at first Kireedam, which translates to crown, is nothing like that. The film has that nice and leisure pace that we know from many older Indian movies. We spent a full 30 minutes just getting introduced to the characters and their wonderful banter.
Which is of course a nice setup for the things to come, because we learn how innocent all the characters are, especially Mohanlal's Setu. We become a part of the loose and easygoing lifestyle of this family that is led by the father and police constable Achyutan Nair, played by the legendary Thilakan, who we've only seen in Ustad Hotel so far.
The prospects of the family are very good. They are happy. Setu's about to become selected to be a sub-inspector, which makes Achyutan very proud, and everything's going fine. But then the criminal Kireedam Jos turns up. One day Achyutan tries to intervene in a scuffle and he's beaten brutally by Kireedam. Setu, who was in the market, witnesses it and saves his father by attacking Kireedam and his goons.
And it pretty much goes downhill from that point on.
Yes, we are almost at the halfway point of the movie when that happens. So after our easygoing first 30 minutes, it takes another 30 minutes until that big crucial fight scene that changes the lives and the relationship of Setu and his father Achyutan completely.
The movie went in a very different direction than I was expecting. I assumed it would be much more in the vein of your typical genre movies, becoming something like an action-heavy fight for survival, where Mohanlal's character has to protect his family from the powerful goons of the town, or maybe him and his father joining forces to fight back.
I expected something like that too. Maybe even that Setu is embracing his newfound status and power and becomes this powerful gangster himself, but we are probably very much influenced by the movies that come out in today's time, because Kireedam is neither. Instead, it's very sensitive and heartbreaking drama about a man who did the only thing that seemed right to him, and now he's dealing with the consequences.
The relationship between Setu and his father is the heart and soul of Kireedam. Both Mohanlal and Thilakan Thilakan are fantastic. Their change is so palpable and the way their relationship gets cracks and finally breaks is so sad.
It works that well because we have this first hour that establishes everything. Like you said, everybody seems and actually is so innocent. But this chain of events that actually gets launched by Achutan, who doesn't want to bow down to injustice and therefore gets transferred to another village, can't be stopped.
Achutan is probably the most fleshed out and fascinating character. His strong determination to act according to law is admirable in a way, but also a bit incomprehensible in some moments when he's actually in a position to save his son. Why don't they talk about it? What are Setu's options? Why not guard Setu when he's waiting for the goons? I hate it when people don't talk.
I know what you mean. If I'm completely honest, I had to suspend my disbelief with the overall premise quite a bit. You just have to accept the huge clash between Setu's good intention of helping his father and Achutan's unshakable conviction that it was the wrong decision and that only the law should interfere, and also that father and son simply can't find common ground and talk things over. There's simply too much happening that only solidifies Achutan's perspective, even if those things are distorted and out of context.
Well put. It of course works well as a movie and in this structure, because as much as I wanted him to just clear the air and talk about what could be done, I also felt compelled to know how all of this will end. There is so much tension and raw energy.
And though Kireedam only features a few action scenes, only as these life-changing encounters, they are done in an incredibly powerful way, incorporating a lot of slow motions, and you can really feel the punches and the force that is behind them. There is blood, there is sweat, and with all the people watching and the reactions on the face of Setu's father, the helplessness, the shock about what's happening, and the unleashed brutality in Setu's actions, it's really raw and gripping.
And the music in those scenes is also super nerve-wracking. It's the kind of action scene that shocks you and doesn't allow you to just cherish some shallow brawl, because it's brutal and you instantly fear the consequences.
Setu's life is essentially over. It completely falls apart. All those lovely scenes of Mohanlal, Setu and Parvati's Devi, as they are looking forward to spend their lives together, become so heart-wrenching in hindsight.
It's really a bittersweet movie that kind of lures you in with its nice family and the ease and fun, and then it just breaks your heart and you ask yourself, what happened? Why did this have to be?
We get some levity later on through some of the side characters like Setu's brother-in-law Ramanan, but you're right, it's a sad and heartbreaking story with a very powerful ending, which is also a great bookend to the very beginning, a dream sequence of a father who wants to be proud of his son.
Yeah, those two are just great. We already said it, but the performances are the best thing about Kireedam. But we also should not forget about Kanir Povinte, the only song in this movie.
Only one song, but it's of upper importance for the characterization of Setu. It's the moment when he walks away and accepts what he has become. He's alone on the road to nowhere.
It's a song about a faraway past, about how things once were but cannot be anymore, about memories and how change that seemingly is unchangeable feels.
And we have to come back to Mohanlal once again, because his performance is truly remarkable. He's so natural in every moment of the film, and while he has that strength to fight off the goons who threaten his father, he's also so deeply sensitive. His fall from being this young man with a bright future, a good job, a loving wife, the pride not just of his father but of his whole family and the family of his girlfriend, it's so tragic, and the moments in which Setu is facing Devi, or when he is sitting in front of his home at night and his father is too upset to even talk to him, it's really heartbreaking.
And of course, all the emotions that are conveyed in the big climax, the devastated looks in both Mohanlal and Thilakan's faces.
Absolutely. It's a tremendous showcase for both these actors. So, what would we say in German about Kireedam?
Kireedam ist großartig und überraschend anders als erwartet. Er beginnt leichtfüßig, lässt den Zuschauer am Ende aber sprachlos zurück. Den Kern bildet die emotionale Geschichte von Vater und Sohn und die starken Leistungen von Mohanlal und Thilakan.
I give Kireedam 8 out of 10. It's more like 8.1, but I don't do that.
For me, it's also 8 out of 10. It's more like 7.9, but I don't do that either.
മറുവാക്കു കേൾക്കാൻ കാത്തു നിൽക്കാതെ പൂത്തുമ്പി എന്തേ മറഞ്ഞു എന്തേ ഉള്ളോർക്കുടം പോലെ തേങ്ങി.
did you know that screenwriter Loti Tadas, who was unable to attend the wedding of director Sibi Malayil, wrote the screenplay of Kireedam as a compensation gift for Malayil?
Didn't know that, but did you know that actress Parvati played the wife of Srinivasan's character in Vadakunokiyantram in the same year as Kireedam?
No.
But we just reviewed that movie.
Well, I am allowed to forget some things.
Alright, what are your thoughts about Kireedam? Leave a comment and hit me up on Twitter, Instagram and Letterboxd, and now also on Patreon simply at the Jimmy Cage.
And you can hit me up on Twitter at the Buddymeister.
And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like, and make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.